Welcome back, everyone. Great to have you here. Especially appreciate you if you're tuning into this live on Sunday when it debuts. My Cabral HouseCalls each and every weekend debut on Saturdays and Sundays. Of course, I always love you tuning in the day that it debuts. So again, whether you're listening to this 2 years from now when it comes out or live when it goes live that specific day, I just want to thank you. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for the support, all the reviews you leave, all the subscribes of the podcast, whether it's on iTunes, Google, Spotify, you name it. So again, just thank you so much. I appreciate you. And what I do on these weekend calls, if it's new to you, is simply answer our community's questions. All things wellness, weight loss, and anti-aging. And that is exactly what I want to do right now. So we answer 6 questions every Saturday, 6 every Sunday, and there is no, as they say, no diagnosing, no treating, no curing of disease. That's conventional medicine terms. What we do is we look for the underlying root cause, we figure out the imbalances, we bring up the deficiencies, we remove the toxicities, and we get people well. We get them well, we help them lose the weight, and we help them live longer, stronger. That's the bottom line. I'm living proof that this works. I was someone that dealt with dis-ease, many dis-eases of the body for a decade. Found out about this form of natural health and essentially medicine, natural medicine, and got myself well, along with, of course, the help of my mentor and many great practitioners. It works. We've been doing it now in private practice for many years, seen hundreds of thousands of people. And again, it's just my job to share what I know works. And so I'm very grateful for having found this information myself. And I feel an obligation and a mission to pass that on to you. And then hopefully you'll learn it, you'll use it, you'll implement it, and then you'll share it with your children, grandchildren, nieces, nephews, coworkers, church members, community members, you name it, right? That's what it's all about. Sharing once you learn yourself. All right, let's get started. Today is getting started with Maria. Maria says, hope your day is well. I absolutely love your podcast. Haven't missed a single episode for over a year. Thank you, Maria. Appreciate that. One of my favorite shows is your Friday review and was lately wondering as to where you find these interesting new research papers. Being a doctor, is it something you are able to get access to, or is the everyday person also able to subscribe and look at the papers as well? I would be sure there are many papers not just on health and wellness. So how do you navigate this field of research? Would love to hear your thoughts. Thanks heaps. Okay, Maria. Yeah, it's a great question. And it's super easy and it's all free for everybody. So yes, I do subscribe to some paid journals. And believe it or not, those journals are still mailed to me. So I subscribe for sure to paid journals, okay? But that's more for my in-depth knowledge of certain things, but when I'm researching things that I might find that are really fascinating and I think really important for everyone in our community to know, those are typically from Harvard T.H. Chan School of Health, I believe it is, yes. Mayo Clinic, Cleveland Clinic. I look at Google Scholar, and I look at PubMed. Those are the main places. There are other spots as well, but those are the main places, and they're all free. So that's the nice thing. So when you go to their home pages, they have a directory for Google Scholar. You literally just type in Google Scholar to Google, and then you search a topic. So let's say you want to know anything on ashwagandha and like its efficacy of ashwagandha. Great. Type it into Google Scholar and you'll find that. Same with PubMed. So you can literally do all the research you want, and things kind of come into my mind, and I'm like, oh, I want to know more about this. And so I research that. I have a very inquisitive and curious mind. And for me, this is a great field to be in since there is no end to the rainbow, as they say. So hopefully that's helpful, Maria. Ingrid is up next. Hi, I've been suffering from IC for 3.5 years. I've altered my diet, take Desert Harvest and many other supplements. Could Serrapeptase help me? Okay, so when you say IC, I'm assuming that you're talking about I'm assuming that you're talking about, I'm about to sneeze, so I apologize. We'll maybe edit that out. Maybe we won't. That's okay. I like to keep the show live. Interstitial cystitis. So when we're talking about interstitial cystitis, what I like to understand is what is the root cause of that. And so I don't know the company that you're talking about, Desert Harvest and these, could Serrapeptase help? Well, we need to look at what are the underlying root causes. So anybody with interstitial cystitis, we're running things that could affect the bladder and the intestines because they work one and the same. So the number one test we're running is the bacteria and parasite stool test to look for, we're looking for Clostridia. No doubt about it, Clostridium difficile, but we're also looking for E. coli. So that's if you only run one lab, run the bacteria and parasite stool test. After that, you could run the Candida metabolic and vitamins test. All these labs are available at stephencabral.com/labs. Just a bit easier to remember. So that's what I would do, 100%. Yes, Serrapeptase could help, no doubt about it, but you need to figure out what's going on. And if there's bacteria, well, then there's natural health-based protocols that we can use. And if you haven't gotten rid of it for 3.5 years, 100%, it's time to lab test. Like there's just no more fooling around anymore. And not that you were fooling around before, but it's now time. No more guessing. Let's test what's causing this, and let's go to work. All right? You'll be on an anti-inflammatory based nutrition plan, removing food sensitivities. You can run the food sensitivity test. Again, those 3 gut tests are available at stephencabral.com/labs. Patty's up next. I'm your biggest cheerleader. Well, thank you. I appreciate that, Patty. Please never stop doing what you're doing. My ophthalmologist said I have dry eyes. They tear up often after working on a computer, reading, etc. He recommended using eye drops to prevent dry eyes. I bought them at my organic store. It felt worse after using them. My eyes actually felt swollen. Any recommendations? Are drops the answer? Never wore glasses until I got older. I'm 58. I have a detached retina as of 2 years ago, or had one. They said it was due to age, and my other eye looks like it could have the same issue in the future. Thank you always. All right. I've definitely answered dry eyes before, but let's see if that is true. Well, meaning like it is true, but let's see if we can find it at stephencabral.com/podcast. So I'm just going to type in dry eye. All right, let's see how many shows pop up. We've got dry eyes on a lot of shows. So now let's put in quotations. Whenever you find more than 10 shows, put your search term at stephencabral.com/podcasts in quotations. All right. It's talked about on 646, episode 800, episode 882, 940, 953, 1038, 1157, 1352, 1458, 1730, and 1968. Even on one on eyes tearing. All right. So you have plenty more shows to listen to, but let's give you an answer as well. So dry eyes and a detached retina. Excuse me. As we're getting older, the body can become more catabolic. It can have more oxidative stress. This is not uncommon. Not normal, but not uncommon. That's what I always say. We need to be looking at products like lutein, zeaxanthin, omega-3s, and making sure that you're getting enough zinc, glutamine, vitamin C, in order to repair those tissues of the body. Plus, you need to make sure that you're getting about half your body weight in grams of protein per day. This is all very important, especially as you start to get to 60 plus years old, as the body becomes more catabolic, as I just spoke about on episode 2036. On episode 2042. All right. So I'm sure you tuned into that as well. Already heard about that, the anti-aging one. Now, for you, there could certainly be dry eyes. Dry eyes is also indicative of a sympathetic nervous system dominance, right? So stress dominance, as well as certain medications create dry mouth and dry eyes. There are many biological drugs that do that. A lot of drugs for rheumatoid arthritis. Some stomach acid medications do that as well. All right. So I want you to look into that. Medications. I want you to run the big 5 if you're able to run the big 5. And then I want you to look at the other suggestions I gave you as well. Plus, try not to stare at your computer screen for more than 20, 30 minutes at a time. Take a short break, come back. And wear blue blocking glasses as well. And blue blocking glasses are just the lifestyle version over at Equilife, eco.life. All right, Anonymous is up next. I would like to know your opinion about shedding spike proteins that we've been hearing about. Is there any research on this, or is it just a myth? Also, could you do another virus update show? I Don't know how it is for you guys in the US, but here in Europe, they're talking about the fourth wave and closing things down again. I realize you're going to get this much later than I'm writing this, but still, a virus update would be helpful after this time. If you can, please and thank you, and have a great day. Anonymous, thank you. Appreciate you. I've said before on the shows, I'm not able to do any more virus updates. I've literally been censored from speaking anything. Just keep in mind, you know that I speak the truth. I give you all of the benefits of using conventional medicine on this side. And then I give you all of the benefits of natural health, and I let you decide what's best for you. In terms of shedding, it's now been shown from all individuals for that to be the case. People that have gotten the inoculation, we'll say, and I'm not saying not to get it. What I'm saying is they are now showing that people that got that are still contagious. So they just have less symptoms. So they're less likely to end up in a hospital and die of this particular virus, at least the current one. We're talking about number 19. We're not talking about the other variants, which I'm not going to mention the names so I don't get censored. So we know that everybody sheds the virus. So that's just basically how it is. Children don't seem to. That's the interesting thing, but they still can to a certain degree. So every wave is a little bit different. I shouldn't say wave. Every variant is a little bit different. It's not so different, though. And the truth is you still use the same protocols. And I have all of those protocols at StephenCabral.com/podcast. Just swipe through the top. And what you're going to look for, I'll actually get it for you, is the same podcast on the full protocol. I'm going to get you the number right now. So just go to StephenCabral.com/1810. It hasn't changed. Still the same protocol, variations of the same virus. I'm not downplaying it, but at the same time, I know that our community is prepared and we're doing well and we know things on both sides and we're just trying to be as smart as we can about it. That's it, right? All right. Saren's up next. Good day, Dr. Cabral. On your podcast, 1976, on July 4th, there was a question that accidentally slipped past you. You believe you answered 6, but it actually was 5. I'm interested in your response. Let's see. Is aphantasia something that can be cured, or is it something that you have to live with? For listeners, it's basically not being able to picture in one's mind or visualize mental pictures. When told to visualize, like in Motivation and Mindset Mondays or during your meditation, I always assumed they meant figuratively or something. I did not know people actually see clear pictures in their mind or imagine them clearly like they do in TV or film. Just want to know if there's a root cause or if it's normal, like some people are just not able to do this. Thank you. Have a great day. Oh, okay. I actually read this question. Did I not answer it? I know, like, I have so here's, well, let me explain it. This will make sense. Okay. If you ask me to listen to a song, I have no idea what the words are. My wife and oldest daughter memorize all the words. To this day, my favorite songs, I sing all the wrong words to. I am not an auditory-based learner. But the reason why I remembered your question is not just because of the aphantasia. It's because when I see something, I don't forget it. I just don't. It's like one of the things that I'm able to do. I worked on it, yes, but it is a innate, God-given talent. I don't even know if it's a talent, but it's a part of me. Now, keep in mind, though, I can't remember anything you say to me. So if I see it, I remember it. And so, again, we have different types of learners. We have visual-based learners, we have auditory-based learners, we have kinesthetic-based learners. So there's different types of people. So there's people on all different scales. Now, can I actually listen to something and remember it? Yes, but I'm not as good at it. So even for people who can't visualize something, they can do a degree and they can get better at it. So think about this. You have to be able to begin to train this as well. So for me, training auditory, I would listen to one line at a time, and then I would try to remember what they said. It's not, believe it or not, it's not that easy for me. It's not what I'm good at. So people ask me, well, why do you read so many books? Well, that's what I'm good at. I double down what I'm good at and not what I'm not. And so for you, if you're not a great visualizer of mental pictures, you can literally just grab a piece of paper. I wish I had like a good piece of paper here, but I don't of any images. and I know that's strange, but on my desk I have no images. But what you would do is you would just grab the things that you want for your goals, like a house that you want, a car that you want, a family life that you want, spirituality that you want, career that you want, whatever it is. And you put those up on a vision board. And so you don't need to close your eyes. You stare at those images. Now, you will get better at this if you just say, I'm visualizing right now a vacation where I'm vacationing on the water. And so you'll have a picture of a vacation house on the water, and you'll just stare at that, visualize it, then you try to close your eyes, and you'll still try to see that same picture. So you can get better at it, but remember, people are better at different types of learning. So Saren, hopefully that was helpful. And I apologize missing that question. My fault there. Anna's up next. As an overall healthy 27-year-old, I've been experiencing some random symptoms, but no diagnosis or specific concerns of any blood work or exams. When is it a concern to bruise easily or have multiple small bruises on arms and legs without remembering cause? My PCP has said for a long time, as they're not huge and purple, they're not a concern. Thank you. Okay, well, it should be a bit of a concern. It could be lack of vitamin C, too much blood thinners, too much omega-3s, not enough iron, not enough B vitamins. Those are just some of the main reasons. So what I would do is run the starter kit, and this gives you a functional level of your vitamin and mineral levels. That's what I would do. If you can do an omega-3 as well, I would do that. But if you can only do one combo lab test, go to stephencabral.com/labs and then just choose the starter kit. That's what I would do, because certainly you can get bruising, and you can look it up for yourself as well. I've also talked about this on previous podcasts. But lack of iron, low functional iron, vitamin C, B vitamins like folate, B12, B6, even copper and zinc can lead to issues with the red blood cells and bruising and circulation. And then, of course, any blood thinners you're on could cause this as well, even Tylenol. All right. Hopefully this has been helpful. Thank you so much for all of your questions here today and all of your support, your kind words. It means the world to me. It really does. And I'll be back tomorrow with our Motivation and Mindset Monday. Take care, everyone.